Super Bowl 32 featured one team that had never won a Super Bowl and another that had never lost one. Head coach Mike Holmgren's Green Bay Packers were defending world champions, quarterbacked by three-time NFL MVP Brett Favre, and overwhelming favorites to repeat. Favre's counterpart was 37-year-old John Elway, a 15-year veteran with more fourth-quarter comebacks and more victories than any quarterback in history. There were also 3 devastating Super Bowl losses, but thanks to Denver's head coach Mike Shanahan, Elway finally had a supporting cast with talent and determination equal to his.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. 2 great teams playing the last one of the year. Then we can go home and relax.
The result would be the greatest Super Bowl yet.
Hey, first sound. Be alert for blitz. First sound now. Green right, 24 double go. First sound. Ready?
Green Bay demonstrated why it was favored to win Super Bowl 32 on the game's first series. Keyed by the running of number 25 Dorsey Levens and the passing of Brett Favre, the Packers needed only 8 plays and barely 4 minutes to move 76 yards and score the game's first touchdown.
Here's Brett going to the end zone. Back there is Antonio Freeman. Touchdown, Packers! Antonio Freeman on an absolutely gorgeous throw by Brett Favre.
And a safety blitz, Jim, and Brett Favre took advantage of that, gave a little hole to Freeman, and what a way to score the first touchdown.
A 76-yard touchdown drive by the Packers on the very first series of the game.
It's all right. Let's go, guys. That's all right. That's all right. Let's go. Let's go.
Denver responded to Green Bay's challenge on its first possession by taking control of the line of scrimmage.
Davis, outside the 40,
35-30, TD down the sideline, inside the 25, still on his feet, inside the 20, inside the 15. First down, Denver, a run of 26 yards.
Though they were outweighed up front by nearly 15 pounds per man, Denver's offensive linemen led the Broncos on a 10-play, 58-yard march. Terrell Davis pounded out yards where there seemed to be none. And John Elway proved that while age may slow a man down,
come on, John, come on.
Determination can still get you a first down. For the first time in Super Bowl history, each team scored on its initial possession.
Elway, handoff, Davis, into the end zone, touchdown! Yeah! Okay, so a pretty good way for the Broncos to answer the Packers' opening drive. A long touchdown drive of their own.
You're right. That's called an answer.
It wouldn't be the last time Denver responded to a Green Bay challenge.
Yeah, he just threw it, man. I'm telling you. Hey, God, you're going to come down with one now. I promise you.
Even on Green Bay's scoring drive, Denver's defense had shown it could pressure Favre with the blitz. On the Packers' second possession, this pressure produced the game's first turnover.
Here comes Gordon. Favre unloads. Pass is going to be intercepted. Braxton down on one knee. Has got the ball. The Broncos turn him over. Denver has the football at the 43-yard line.
18 pitch. You're right, Slotty, right outside. 18 pitch.
Ignited by the game's first break, Terrell Davis turned up the pressure on the Packers' defense. The Broncos had no tricks up their sleeves. They came to smash some mouths, and they did. John Elway completed a pass to Shannon Sharp as the Broncos drove deep into the Packers' red zone. But as the first quarter wound down, the Broncos lost the engine that powered their offense.
I think Davis may be shaken up. Terrell Davis is on both knees at about the 7-yard line. This would be costly for the Broncos.
See how he is. He's a little woozy. Okay, we'll just wait. Let's go back over here, all right? How are you?
Cool, Freddie. Let me know.
You need?
I'm cool, man.
Let's get a little more water in you.
Sorry.
Need a little rest? Okay. Goal line?
As the second quarter began, Denver's offense faced third down at the Packers' 1-yard line.
What's that? Can't see. Okay, just do this. You don't worry about seeing on this place because we're going to fake it to you, the 15 lead. But if you're not in there, they won't believe we're going to run, okay?
Terrell Davis courageously went from feature back to all-pro decoy as his play fake opened an uncontested path for John Elway.
That's the old John Elway that's been doing it for 100 years. He saw that goal line and he went for it.
Vintage John Elway there, and the 37-year-old making it happen with his legs.
Great move. No, great.
Leading 14-7, Denver's aggressive defense continued its assault on the NFL's MVP.
Broncos dance up, blitz is on its way. Atwater's got ball! Ball free! Ball free!
Yeah! Our ball.
That should be the Broncos' ball! Yes, sir! Denver has it! Steve Atwater on a blindside blitz hit Brett Favre in the middle of the back. The ball squirted out, and Denver with their second turnover of the first half.
And Big Mo is orange and blue right now.
Neil Smith's alert recovery of Steve Atwater's forced fumble put the Broncos at the Packers' 33.
The biggest question now is, where's Terrell?
He's got a migraine going. He can't see right now. We got the medication in him, and it should come back real quick.
Initially diagnosed as a concussion, Davis was suffering from a migraine headache.
It's going to be about 15 minutes before he comes back. Well, it takes a little bit for that to come back. He just can't see right now.
Without their all-pro running back, Denver didn't gain a yard rushing or secure a first down in the second quarter. However, Denver did manage to increase its lead to 10 points as Jason Elam kicked the second longest field goal in Super Bowl history.
Does it have the distance? It's on its way, and it is good! Good from 51! So Denver has converted 2 Green Bay turnovers into 10 points here in the first half. The Broncos have a 17-7 lead.
How's he doing? How you doing? Why don't you go in? Why don't you go in for the half, relax a little bit. We'll do it after the half either way.
Though Davis's return was in question, Denver had certainly gotten the attention of the defending world champions.
I tell you what, some stunned people on that Green Bay sideline.
Sit down for a second, Peter. I'll say something. We are playing the Indianapolis Colts. We're playing the Indianapolis Colts right now. This team is not better than us. They're not even good. We're letting them do that thing on. We never seen them grow. Look, when you get back in the game, man, we gotta make a statement, man. We gotta make a statement. We gotta bust these dudes in the mouth. Bust them in the mouth. Bust them in the mouth.
Ain't nothing but smash mouth football here. Knock their ass off. Let's go. Let's go. Green right, 92 lead on 1. Ready? Let's go. Look at that. Broncos got the Packers backed up on the 4-yard line.
3rd down and 9 for the Packers.
Blue 58. Check Brett over. Brett over to it.
Brett needs a big play right here. He's back in the end zone. Here they come. Here he goes upfield. Great shot. Holy cow. What a play by Chimera. He caught the defenders with their back to the ball, and Brett with his eyes looking at Chimera hitting perfectly, and the Packers are out of a deep hole to the 25-yard line.
In the final 7 minutes of the half, the Packers finally started performing like defending world champions. In the face of heavy pressure, Favre drove Green Bay 95 yards just before halftime.
And the Packers bring it up there with 22.
Hurry up, blue 58!
Brett up to the line of scrimmage.
Blue 58!
Back goes Brett to throw it. Brett pumping. Brett to the end zone. Touchdown by the Packers. Caught in the end zone by Chimera at the deep right corner on a little lofted pass by Brett Favre.
Oh, what a touch by Brett, Jim. Chimera behind them back there, but a couple of guys between the ball and Brett lobbed it over. Chimera came down with it.
That's a 95-yard drive by the Green Bay Packers.
It had become clear that to be the champions, the Broncos would have to beat the champions in the final 30 minutes of Super Bowl 32.
Go, guys. Got a lot of football to play. Let's go.
The return of Terrell Davis renewed Denver's confidence as the third quarter began.
All right, let's go. Let's crank it up. World Championship. 30 minutes.
19 Bob King. Let's go red left F short, 19 Bob King. On it.
17-14. The Broncos have the lead.
I'll bet you they slip it to Davis on the first play just to check him out.
Play action fake right off the bat. Man in motion is Howard Griffith to the left side. And the pitch goes back to Davis. Through the line. Gets a couple of yards, maybe 3 or 4. Lost the ball. Down about the 27-yard line. The Packers have the ball at the 27-yard line. And out of there with it is Tyrone Williams. And the Packers will have a great chance from the 27. First turnover by the Broncos.
Let's see if the Denver defense can hang on here.
98, handoff solid, green right.
Despite the turnover, Denver's defense forced the Packers to settle for a 27-yard Ryan Longwell field goal. Now tied at 17, the Packers hoped they had seen the last of Denver's all-pro runner.
He's scared, fellas. He got a concussion. He's scared to run the ball. He ain't running hard no more. He ain't gonna run it hard no more. He's scared. They out the game. They gotta take him out. They gotta take Davis out.
However, Davis proved that he could take a licking and, with the help of the NFL's best offensive line, keep on ticking.
He was sitting right there. Press. Boom! Right up there. We got the big down skates. Red 98. Red 98, tell it. Come on, Darius, get off the blocks. Get off the blocks.
From its own 8, Denver's offense took control and began dominating the supposedly more physical Packers. As the Broncos gained momentum, Mike Shanahan crossed up the Packers.
Okay, 8-2, all go. Near left slot.
Offset eye behind Elway, who will turn, play fake in the pocket. John pats it once, lets it go wide open. McCaffrey inside the 40. Eddie Mack inside the 35. Excellent protection and a fine throw by John Elway. 31 yards on the play.
2 plays later, however, Denver faced 3rd and 6 from the Packers' 12-yard line.
Packers jumping around, they rush 4. Plenty of time for John. Now squeezes, steps up in the pocket. Elway can run. Come on, John, come on. Come on. Inside the 10. Head first. Inside the 5-yard line. Great. Spun around, but it's 1st and goal. A gain of 8. He wanted that first down.
And I tell you what, if you want to tell me the 37-year-old man doesn't want to win this game, that's sacrifice. Oh, man.
John Elway's daredevil leap was the defining moment of Super Bowl 32 because it mirrored the sacrifice and toughness that it would take to win this game.
The greatest 8-yard run in Super Bowl history by John Elway on 3rd down.
Goal line. Box rerun.
Elway established the attitude the Broncos needed. Then Davis pounded the point home.
Davis to the end zone. Touchdown, Denver! That was a 93-yard drive. Davis with the salute.
For the first time in 5 Super Bowl appearances, the Denver Broncos held a lead late in the 3rd quarter. On the kickoff, Denver's special teams nearly broke the game wide open.
This will be Freeman at the 9. To the 15-20, cuts back to the left side and loses yard. Ball's free, fumble! Yeah! Broncos have it! Denver has the football! I think Phelan made the hit and Tim McKyer comes up with the ball. Denver has it at the Packer 22.
But as quickly as it appeared, Denver's momentum vanished in a risky attempt to cash in quickly on the turnover.
Back over the middle. Intercepted. Eugene Robinson. By Eugene Robinson in the end zone. He's coming out on the run. Eugene to the 15-yard line. And what a play. What a big play by Eugene Robinson. And what a mistake by John Elway.
Eagle. 3 jet scout, the option.
On the final play of the third quarter, a 27-yard completion to Antonio Freeman ignited the world champions. The most exciting Super Bowl ever played was far from over.
Eagle G, 2-tilt, man.
As the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 32 began, the Packers were looking to tie the score.
Stay in here, Joe. Blue 58, double. Blue 58,
Despite Denver's relentless assault, Green Bay traveled 85 yards in only 5 plays to tie the game.
First down to the 13-yard line for Brett Favre. Favre with 2 running backs. Now Favre straight back in the pocket looking, and that arm. Touchdown for the Packers to Freeman.
Manning throws the ball hard.
While Favre had delivered in the clutch, Denver's pressure defense kept him out of rhythm the rest of the fourth quarter. Frustrated and unable to improvise some badly needed big plays, Favre watched Denver take possession late in the fourth quarter.
Denver 3 minutes and 27 seconds away from sending the Mile High City about a mile high. If they can score.
Let's go. Strong right slot. C left, 19 toss.
Elway trots out into the field.
Well, I tell you what, you got a guy that's going to go to the Hall of Fame at number 7 who's done this, according to the Broncos, 44 times in his career. None bigger than this situation.
Okay, we got what we want. Perfect. We got exactly what we're outside.
We've never had overtime in Super Bowl history.
This drive would begin at Green Bay's 49-yard line.
Toss, left side Davis. Davis hit behind the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Penalty flags thrown on the play.
A face mask penalty gave the Broncos the first 15 yards. However, Denver's punishing offense simply took the rest.
Play fake, Elway rolls left, fires wide open, Griffin inside the 25, gets a block inside the 15, Griffin inside the 10-yard line.
Oh my! I'm going to tell you what, Brian Williams, that's Ed McCaffrey that just tattooed you on your back and allowed that thing to go down another 15 yards.
Denver has a first and goal from the Packer 8 with 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl.
Not even a holding call that pushed the Broncos back to the 18-yard line could save the weary Packers.
Hand off Davis, left side, behind Howard Griffin. Nice hold, Davis, 15, 10,
Go!
Davis!
There you go!
Did he get in? No, he's out at the 1-yard line. TD to the 1.
Hey, we're not doing nothing there. We got to score that touchdown.
Box 3 run, John.
John, you want to move, Coach?
What's that? Strong right tight, zoom, F left. If not, we stay in I right, go Fox 3, I right tight. They're in base, I right tight, Fox 3 run.
Come on, Chief. Red left. Fox 3 run on one, right?
The Broncos found themselves 1 yard and 1 minute 47 seconds away from their first Super Bowl victory.
And the hearts are pounding in Denver. Nobody but Terrell here. Elway, long count. Davis. It is a Rocky standing up. Can you say Denver is in the lead?
They could have drove 2 trucks and Gilbert through that hole.
The reason the hole was so large was because the Packers had been instructed by head coach Mike Holmgren to let the Broncos score. The idea was to get the ball back with enough time for Brett Favre to retaliate and force overtime. This gamble would be played out with the NFL championship at stake.
Let's go kickoff coverage. Play like you always do.
A lot of blitz.
Yeah, whatever you would do normal.
Favre had the football, time on the clock, and 70 yards to travel.
Red right slot, 24 Dino, halfback slow screen left on one, ready? Halfback slow screen left. Move, Batista!
First down at the 30-yard line for Brett Favre. It's his own 30. Brett straight back in a pocket. Looks. They dump it over the middle to Dorsey Levens on a middle screen. Dorsey to the 40, 45, to midfield, to the 48-yard line.
But after streaking to the Denver 31, the Pack began misfiring. Then they started running out of downs.
3rd and 6. One time, 31-yard line, Packers with 36 seconds to go. Will they bring pressure? Here they come. Favre, pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. Atwater with the big-time hit of Robert Brooks.
Now only one play from the championship. The Broncos had paid a high price.
We got 3 guys out. Atwater, Hilliard, and Crockett.
38 years without a championship in football has come down to one play. Somebody make a play. Somebody make a play. Super Bowl. 4th and 6 with 32 seconds to go.
This is it.
One play to the championship. 4th and 6 for the 31. Blitz is on. Favre hit as he throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Denver is. Denver's going to win. Oh, baby, they're going to win this thing. Are you kidding me? Go ahead and salute him, Denver. You guys the world champions. The Broncos have done it. They have shocked everybody, and they have won Super Bowl 32.
It took a dramatic 31-24 victory by the Denver Broncos to end the Green Bay Packers' dream of a second straight championship.
Thanks, Mike. Great season. Thanks. You too. Great game. Thank you.
For the first time in 5 Super Bowl appearances, the Broncos shed not tears of disappointment, but tears of joy. With 157 yards and a Super Bowl record 3 rushing touchdowns, Terrell Davis was the game's most valuable player. Most inspirational went to John Elway.
I'm so proud of you. You know how good that nice ring's going to look on your finger?
This one's for John.
No quarterback in NFL history has won more games or produced more fourth-quarter magic than John Elway. But on a day when his teammates carried him instead of the other way around, number 7 achieved the only distinction he ever really wanted: World Champion.
Now, aren't you glad we talked you out of retirement?
Yes, sir.
Some retirement.
Sweetness. You got it, baby. You got it. You got it.
Looks sweet. One small one. Man, I thought this was just a picture or something.
I tell you, I've never been more proud of a group of guys. Once we started playoffs, we said, hey, it don't matter how we get there, we got a job to do. You guys stayed focused. You took it day by day, just like this week. No talking. Let your actions on the field do the talking. Never been more proud of a group of guys, and you got something that no one will ever be able to take away from you, and that's that ring, world champs. Congratulations.